how to convince people and how to actually make them buy and turn your words into straight up cash. Now, in this video, I'm going to do a deep dive of how you can monetize your story, your entire journey. And also on top of that, I've done this with my clients who have made six figures over using this. And I've used this myself with under 500 followers to get 19K in less than 11 days. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this. So pay attention because this is about to be a saucy video. Now, what do you see common in all these people? Elon Musk, Larry Ellison, Rockefeller, Steve Jobs. What's common all these people? You might think it's their amazing product. You might think it's their high IQ. You might think it's their company. You might think it's their, ability to just work or determination. No. What's super important is the ability to convince people and make them follow you. The reason why Apple is still the day it is and Elon Musk is able to get in the government and have $1 trillion package to himself is because he's a convincing person. Even though he's not good at speaking as well, he's not that articulate. Like, he uses good words, but like he's not that, he's not socially adept. He has Asperger's, I think. But the point I'm trying to make here is that if you can speak, you can get your way into anything. Now, why does an energy drink like Red Bull sells you on adventure? Why does a carbonated sugar drink like Coca-Cola sells you on family and community? What they are trying to do? What's the correlation? The truth is, there is no fucking correlation. All these guys, what they're doing is that they are communicating and telling you a story. A story when you drink the product. The feel and the emotion you get once you see a Red Bull. When you see a Red Bull, you're like, oh, skydiving. You're like, adventurous, bicycling, whatever people do, whatever that stuff is. When you think about Coca-Cola, you think about family. You think about, oh, me sitting down with my friends, having a time, relaxation. That's the words that come out of your mouth or come out of your brain, actually, when you buy these products. And that's what they're doing. They're communicating a story to you. Now, let me give you another example. Why Steve Jobs have Pablo here, right? Why does he have Picasso here? And why do all these freedom fighters, like all these different people, I think that's Jeffrey Edison, all these sorts of different people, right? Why are they here? Why does it say think different in this? It's a phone. Like, at the end of the day, Apple is a phone, right? Why is that? Why does a cell phone company make an ad on thinking different? What the hell does Nelson Mandela have to do with Apple? Exactly. This is what you're missing. You have to tell a story for your business to work. A lot of the times what happens is that we as business owners focus on the product in hand and not the story that's built around it. Now, a lot of people misconfuse this. They talk about branding in this really broad manner, which is like emotions and your brand value and your brand. I'm not talking about that woo-woo stuff. I'm going to talk about real facts, right? You have to tell a story in business, and a story has to be said in each piece of content you make, each time you have a client call, each time you have a team call. A story and vision has to be shown into the people to believe in you and your service. Why would someone buy from you? Okay, let's just say that, right? If you sell any sort of, you're probably a coach or consultant watching this video, there are probably hundreds and thousands of people in your entire niche and they almost look similar to you. What's the reason? What makes you different? Why would people buy from you? What story are you telling the people? The truth is that we're all similar in some sense. You might like my glasses. You might like the fact that I'm wearing a black tee. You might like the fact that I'm talking about Steve Jobs. All these things, I'm telling a story to you right now as we're speaking. And a lot of times people get confused. The coaches get confused. They try to work on their product and service more and more and more, which is good. I'm not saying it's good, but it's not the right problem you should fix. What you should start fixing is the narrative around your product and how you are able to communicate that to the market. Now, why does the best product doesn't win, right? The most convincing one always does. You don't need to have the best service, the best editing, the best correct formats and angle and style and this and that. That's all jargon. That works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but that is a filler for the story. The reason why people buy Teslas is not because they like the car, it's because it's for a cause. It's saving the environment. They feel responsible. The reason why Louis Vuitton people wear is so they feel important. It gives them status. All these things are stories, but how does Louis Vuitton does it? How does Tesla does it? It's the ads they make. It's the way they tell a story. It's the oh, hey, if you want your kids to have a better future, buy a Tesla. That's what they sell you on. The reason why Elon is able to push his team to the absolute limit and have the ability to communicate with this team is the fact that, hey, we have to go to Mars. We have to go to Mars. We're going to be a multi-planetary species. We can't be that. And it's an exciting goal. Imagine they'd be like, yeah, I'm going to take people to Mars. And that's what lacks in your team. That's why you're not able to get people or even have talent stay with you. Do you even have a vision board for your company? Outdoors Consulting, that's our company. That's where we scale people. That's where we help build them systems, all that stuff using AI, using team management, and my experience with working with 7 and 8 figure owners. But beside that point, I have a vision for my company. I know where I'm going. I know where we will be in the next coming years. And that's what keeps my team motivated. We're not the biggest in the market. We're a really small fish. We're not even touching 6 figures as a company, right? We're not that big. But the point is that why do I get the best talent? Why do I have the best working with me? Why do they even stick with me? Is that I know how to motivate my team, and I'm telling them the story that our company will be. What I'm trying to do here, if they don't even know where the business is going, or what is even your personal goal, how can an A plus talent stay with you? Like, do you understand? An A plus talent player gets offer 2x, 3x. My people get offers all day. Hey, do this job or do this thing, or you can make 10K, 20K, 50K. You can do this. They don't leave. Why is that? They don't leave because they know where they're going. They know they're not going to get the same culture. They know they're not going to have the holistic kind of approach that I take. They know they're not going to become better humans. They might have more money in their pocket, but they're not going to become a better human as a whole, which is my entire thing. And the community that they have, they can call me up and talk about anything. I've had team guys who I have helped with their parental situation, with their relationships, with a bunch of things when I worked with them. And I was like, hey, do this, do that, help this, help that. I'm just not sitting there and just talking about money and all that stuff, because things happen outside life. That's life, right? Life's going to happen to anybody. And even the type of content I make, me talking about my stories, gets the most engagement and gets people to buy. These 2 videos, these have like 256 views. Like in total, it will be like 500, 600 views. This booked me 2 calls, bro. This got me 2 calls. Like literally it did. People saw it. People loved it. People were like, hey, I can relate to this person. And that's what's the difference. That's the reason why you're not able to break past that barrier. You're sitting there thinking, oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to fix my product. I need to do this. No. You don't need to do that. Of course, that's a factor, but it's not the entire story. Sell on the factor of you being more different than you being more valuable. Because value can be generated. Value is infinite. Value can be. ChatGPT is going to beat you in it. Why doesn't ChatGPT charge a 10K for using ChatGPT? Why don't they? Because it doesn't have any personalization. Because it doesn't have a story around it. The company might have a story, right? But it's not personalized. There's no relatability in me and ChatGPT. It's literally a product. It's nothing else. I'm not like, whoa, Google Gemini. Yeah, he comes from really bad, but he comes from a really tough background, and I can relate to him and for X, Y, and Z. Like the point I'm trying to make here is that a lot of the times you don't even know what story you're telling yourself. What story are you telling yourself with your brand? What are you trying to communicate? Are you trying to communicate to be an inventor? Are you trying to communicate to be the first one to do it? What is your goal? What are you trying to do? So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of action enables, which you can just take on right now. And what you can do with your business is make a vision for your business. That's super, super necessary. If you're not going to do that, if people don't know where you're going to go, where are you going to go? Like it's such a common sense thing. It's such a basic thing, but people misunderstand that so much, right? Use stories in your content. I use when I'm with an Uber driver or whenever I'm going, I'll talk about money with the story of an Uber driver. I broke this limiting belief because I saw the Uber driver has it. Like, just connect dots. Live like you people are living life. You coaches, consultant who watch these videos, you're probably making 10K, 20K a month, right? You are living that life. You are in that stage where people want to be you. Talk about those factors. Talk about the fact that, hey, how I sometimes not able to get to my family. Whatever the case is, you have to tell a story in your content, because as AI progresses, the only thing AI cannot do is create stories. And that's the difference. AI cannot create experiences. You can as an individual, as a person, right? And sell on the factor of you being different again than you being valuable. And this is the entire purpose I want to talk about. This is how you convince people to actually buy into you, buy into your product, buy into your company. Do not sell on the features, sell on the community, sell on the aspects, sell on the way that you teach, sell on who you are as a person. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.